the banana stuff drives me mad. And it's this sort of whimpering little dim-witted ninnies who are just wanting instant gratification and don't actually fucking listen to anything I say. So let's just go through just a very quick example of what we've said about the banana zone. And let's see if you can just use your dim-witted little pea brains to somehow understand. When we said in April, no, sorry, we said leg one of the banana zone. I came back from Africa. If you remember, we did the drinks with Raoul, and I said this is the start of the banana zone. That was August. The banana zone phase one. We then said the liquidity was coming out, and this would be the phase one correction. In April, we very publicly did a flash update and said banana zone phase two is starting. And we're still in banana zone phase two. In fact, banana zone phase two is going to be so big. This is SUI, right? So since the start of that,
Raoul Pal explains that investors must stay patient and focus on quality assets during the banana zone. Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana remain strong, while chasing risky coins often leads to losses. His advice: think long-term and avoid short-term greed. He highlights that crypto is becoming part of daily life, from coffee shops to airlines, as adoption grows. With global liquidity rising, Pal stresses that understanding liquidity is key since it drives most major market moves. Although Bitcoin currently trails stocks and gold, Pal believes this is temporary and that crypto will surge once broader markets cool, marking the next big phase of growth.
Stop. You don't have time. Don't miss out this 2025 bull run. Educate yourself first ahead of the crowd. We have created the ultimate step-by-step crypto cheat guide that will guide you this bull run. Unlock the secrets of crypto and make smarter investments today. Now by clicking on the link below to get your exclusive copy just under $10.
we're still up 670% on the start of that. But no, not your fucking banana. It's because you're the moron with the bag of shit. You need to have quality assets, not the bag of shit. Let me show you the bag of shit chart. So this is others excluding the top 10. We're still miles away from breaking out. And that's because you've got a bad asset allocation. This one, that did fine. Solana, Ethereum, Bitcoin, rock stars. BNB, rockstar. There's all tons of stuff. I gave you the don't fuck this up thesis. It's all there. So Banana Zone phase two started here, and we're going to get into the acceleration zone of that comes ahead. We'll come into that. But you guys have got to learn patience. You are utterly moronic with the short-term time horizon. Like, where's the banana? Why is my bag not going up? And you're sitting on, I don't know, some useless meme coin that you're hoping is going to save your ass. And it's unlikely to. Who said this? Don't fuck this up. Keep it major projects, big 10% into all the stupid shit. But no, you think, oh, no, I need that 100. I've got to have the 100x. I'm never going to do this. And you actually, what you get is 100% loss, and everything else has gone up 20x. And you're poor. So let's not be poor. Let's unfuck our futures and try and...
Raoul Pal advises focusing on strong crypto assets like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana instead of chasing risky coins, as adoption grows in everyday spending and travel. He notes that global liquidity drives markets, and while Bitcoin lags behind stocks and gold now, it could surge once liquidity catches up.
Here's total global liquidity. We're pretty much at all-time highs, as liquidity is growing at 8% a year. That is the liquidity we think of because we're crypto people or technology investors. We think of this as great. For everybody else, including for your income, this is debasement of currency, and it's totally screwing you over. Your cash savings, all of that, it's all based around this. If you're not beating this 8% analyzed growth rate of global liquidity plus 3% inflation, that's 11%, your future self is getting poorer. This is the game we're in. This is why we're taking absurd, ridiculous, irresponsibly long risks in technology and crypto, is to unfuck our futures. And I'm trying to help you do that and teach you how to do it. And then all you can reply is when banana. Yes, you. I'm looking at you. Okay, why does it matter? It is what Bitcoin is. It is what NASDAQ is. It is what is driving markets. In addition, They're two different scales here. Why? Because Bitcoin is exponential based on Metcalfe's law, which is a network adoption model. So over time, you get the outperformance of the network plus the debasement, which is why it's la land in terms of performance. Bitcoin, Ethereum, all the big tokens. I use Bitcoin because it's easiest, it's got the longest track record to show people within. But Solana, Sui, you choose your thing. It's all based around the same thing. Why it matters, it has a 90% correlation. So 90% of the price action of Bitcoin is explained by this one macro factor, liquidity. Oh, and by the way, 96% of the NASDAQ. So what we have, and I keep trying to explain this to people, I'll explain to them tomorrow in more depth. We have a single macro variable that explains 90% of the price action of every major asset. That makes it the easiest macro risk-taking opportunity of all time, because everything else is noise. Everything is just wiggles. You see the wiggles. These are wiggles. It's just noise. Wiggles. It's all noise, because this is the trend. You just need to understand liquidity, and then you understand the directionality. And if you're caring about the next 3 weeks, the next day, the next month, you are doing this wrong. You're trying to follow people on Twitter who are trading and not investing, and they won't make the money. Honestly, it sounds like they do. They show their wallets. I made 100x in this trade. Most of those people don't make any fucking money whatsoever. Well, global liquidity year on year is not at all-time high. So we're not at the acceleration phase. We've seen global liquidity increasing. It's just ticking down recently. Oh, guess what? The markets have ticked down a bit. Bizarrely, this was the banana zone phase one correction, start of phase two. We think it starts doing more of this now, which is the acceleration phase. It won't do this because obviously we don't have a pandemic. So we're looking for liquidity to rise to something like 10 to 15% a year, stay there for a while, and that will start really driving assets.
Raoul Pal highlights the value of focusing on major cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana, which are gaining mainstream adoption for spending, travel, and luxury purchases. Understanding market cycles, including the banana zone phases, helps investors navigate corrections and spot long-term opportunities. Global liquidity drives market trends, and while Bitcoin currently lags behind stocks and gold, it could surge as liquidity catches up. Patience and smart asset allocation are key to benefiting from these macro dynamics. Which crypto do you think has the most long-term potential? How will you adjust your strategy based on market liquidity? Share your thoughts in the comments.